Hi, my name's Michael. I'm changing careers into AI programming. Today I'm demoing my app. It's called CPG and it lets you find places in Google Maps with the highest number of reviews. Here's why I wanted an app that could do this. When I go to a new city, I want to find the really good places to eat. So I'd open Google, search food, set the price filter to low, the review score to high, and then click through the results, seeing which had the highest number of reviews. Now, review count isn't a perfect metric for is it going to be good to eat there, but there are some places that the review count is just like way higher than the rest. For example, in Taipei, there was a few spots like high number of reviews would be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, but a few places had like 16,000 reviews. And to me, that's worth going and checking out. The approach works pretty well, but there were two things I wanted to solve. The first is that I was clicking through each place to see how many reviews it had, and I want to minimize the number of clicks I need to do. And the second is that for any place that I'm searching in, I want to get a sense of what is a high number of reviews for this place and what is a super high number of reviews. So here's the app.
So if we open it, let's search food. You already see places by how many reviews they have. If you click on one, you'll see more info on it. Each marker is also tagged as low, medium, high, or super for how many reviews it has. I prefer to search with the map, but if you prefer a list, you can pull the results up and see all places and their review counts. You can also toggle sorting by the highest number of reviews. The other main feature is filtering. If you click Reviews, you'll first see the range of each review category. This gives you an idea of what low, medium, high, and super high are for the area you're searching. Under that, you can filter the results by their review category, or manually using the slider. Whatever you pick, you'll see how many places are in that range. So say we pick high reviews and apply the filter. Now only those places are shown, and the review button displays the current range. If we open the results list, it's also limited to those places. To reset the filter, go into Reviews, hit All, and Apply. Since those standout places, the ones with so many more reviews than the others, were the ones I wanted to know about, I made this super review button to quickly filter for them. So we see in the Mount Pleasant neighborhood of Vancouver, top places like Salle-et-Limon and Annecy.
So this is my first app, and I'm pretty happy with where I got, but I want to cover some limits. The first is how top results are found. So instead of searching and then filtering by number of reviews, I'd love it if I could search for places that, for example, have more than 1,000 reviews. Unfortunately, Google's different APIs don't allow you to do this. So as a consequence, the places with the highest number of reviews may not be returned in the results. And so you may still miss out on the most popular places. The second limit is how long it takes to load results. Google's API will only give you a maximum of 60 results. It gives you 20, and then you have to wait 2 seconds before it'll give you the next 20, and another 2 seconds before it gives you the next 20. So any search is a minimum of 6 seconds. And that's just too long. But hey, at least I made a fun loading screen. The last limit is just about moving the result sheet. For some reason, there's this spot where if you touch it and try to move the sheet up and down, it actually moves the map underneath. I tried to work this out, but I couldn't solve it yet. Despite these limits, I'm pretty happy with how much I learned about Android app development and broader software development workflows. I wouldn't even have been able to do all of this without ChatGPT, and I learned how to work with it. It was more like having a smarter Google or a Stack Overflow that you could chat to, and less like having an experienced software developer who wrote all the code for you and solved all the problems. So it definitely lowered the barrier to entry, but there was work to do once you were inside. A second learning area that stands out is logging statements. These are messages you can tell the computer to print before or after it does other actions. So if something isn't working, you can have it log what it did just before the problem occurred. And this can help you understand what's causing the problem. What I learned through this project is how valuable well-placed logging statements are. I don't have that skill yet, but what has changed is how much I value it. So I know I'm going to put in the hard work to gain it. There's a lot of other things I was wrong about, had to work at, and learn through the project. But the last lesson that I'll mention here is, on one hand, how cool it was to be able to create things with apps rather than taking them off the shelf. And then on the other hand, how I just ran into the next set of limits by, for example, using Google's APIs. So it seems like programming isn't quite something that once you can do it, you just have all this crazy power. But it lets you get one level further into being able to create and build things. And maybe that's a good way to think about it. My goal for this year in this work is to move up one skill level in terms of what I can build, create, and solve. Okay, one last note about the name, CP. From my friends in Taiwan, I learned the expression CP很高, which is like good price performance ratio or good value for money. And because I thought of this app when I was living in Taiwan, that's why I named it. And that's it. That's the app I made. I don't know what my next project is yet, but you'll be hearing from me. The last thing is, I've been going through a transition this summer. I just moved back to Canada, getting ready for grad school, and I got to meet some people who made my summer sunny. They showed me their Vancouver, and we got to make some incredible memories together. So as cheesy as it is to say, to all those sunny people, thank you.